Good morning, students. I am your English teacher in Vittal Matriculation School. How are you all? Hope doing well, right? Then, had your breakfast, students? Okay, in last class, what we have seen? All of you go through it. Let me recall, okay? You have to listen. Last class, recall the section 1 to section 3rd, right? And its question and answers, glossaries. Then read and understand, like choose. Yes, let me read it once. According to the author, the tendril was moving towards grandfather because it wanted to be near grandfather. It wanted to be near grandfather. Second one is grandmother had wanted the peepul tree cut down because it was knocking down the bricks of the outhouse. Knocking down the bricks of the outhouse. Grandfather helped grandma out with the gardening because he wanted to grow flowers to attract butterflies. The author did not want to plant saplings in the forest because no one would come to see them. No one would come to see them. Grandfather felt planting trees would help the forest because the animals and birds would find it easier to live. When the author returned from England to Dehradun, he found grandfather's dream had come true because the forest covered the island. The forest covered the island. Then read the story on your own. Discuss in a group and complete the story map below. A story map is the main events of the story given in a flowchart. As grandfather built a bungalow and planted trees all around. Planted trees all around. During the rains, grandfather walked into the jungle with saplings and planted it. They found a small rocky island and grandfather spent a day for planting saplings. During the Second World War, the author was sent to boarding school. Some years later, the author returned and visited the old house and island. He looked around and noticed the rocky island was changed into a small green paradise. Then we already know that 10 sentences, right? Work in groups of 5. Tell the story in 10 sentences. You have to go through this 10 sentences of this story, okay? Now let me recall it again. The author's grandfather. Take your note and you have to read with me, right? Students, all of you, you have to write it in your note. Let me read. You have to listen and you want to repeat after me. The author's grandfather served in the Indian Forest Service. After his retirement, he built a bungalow and planted trees all around. The author's grandmother didn't mind trees. During rains, grandfather walked into the jungle with saplings and planted it. The author protested it in the beginning. Grandfather explained about the forest and the author understood and helped him. They found a small rocky island and they spent a day day for planting saplings. During the Second World War, the author was sent to boarding school. Grandparents sold their house and moved to England. Some years later, he returned and visited the old house and island. It was changed into a small green paradise. Yes. Next, language checkpoint, right? Language checkpoint. Don't say, say and note. Okay. Children, are you all read it again? It is too important to you. Okay. Let me read once. Who do you want to meet? This is wrong sentence. So now I read only these two parts. Say and note. Okay. Whom do you want to meet? Whom do you want to meet? Who for subject and whom for object. If you can replace it with he or she, use who. And if you can replace it with him or her, use whom. You want to know the wrong sentence also, so I can read now. Did not you meet him yesterday? Didn't you meet him yesterday? Didn't you meet him yesterday is the right sentence. So you have to use this part. Don't use to this part. Okay. Use contracted form of verbs like is, do or have in questions. How many luggage did you bring? Here, how much luggage did you bring? Use how many for countable nouns. Use how many for countable nouns. Use how much for uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns. What color do you want? Red or green? Which color do you want? Red or green? What is used for unlimited number of choices? Unlimited number of choices. Which is used for limited number of choices? S. Next, vocabulary, right? Look at the words in the boxes. Here, see? Here they give words, right? Match the words to make as many new words as possible. One is done for you. Example, outhouse. Here read outhouse, riverbed, waterfall, flower garden, aerial root, busybody, windowsill, foothill and compound wall. Students, you have to go through all this one book back exercise because I take question from these parts for test, right? Friday you have a test. Don't forget it. You have to read well. Look at the words in the box. Make new words by adding ly wherever possible. It will not be possible with all the words. Here, already I round the impossible words, right? Yes. Here add ly. It's called as suffix. Okay. End of the word we have to add ly. Lonely, vigorously, constantly, completely, strongly, unlikely, greatly, crossly, immediately, broadly. Yes, right. Then look at the words in the box. Fill the wheel with their antonyms. All the words begin with S. Yes. It starts from S, right? And from the text. Here see. Hard. What is the antonym of this word? Hard, soft. Hard, soft. Fat, slim. Fat, slim. Weak, strong. Weak, strong. Big, small. Big, small. fast, slow, fast, slow, hide, show, rough, smooth, dull, sharp. Okay, children, you have to write here. So you have to read easily, right? Hard, H-A-R-D, hard. Antonym, so we have to put a cross mark. Hard means soft. Fat, F-A-T, fat. Slim, S-L-I-M, slim. Weak, strong. Big, small. Fast, slow. Hide, show. Then rough, smooth. Dull, sharp. Okay, you have to read well in the antonyms, right? Then here true or false. Okay, you have to read it. Then see your pictures, right? Discuss in groups of 5. Make a story about the comic trip. Then share it in the class. First see this picture. What they are doing? A boy and a girl are planting a tree, right? A boy and a girl are planting tree. Then it started growing and become a tree. The boy and the girl used to swing in the tree. Swing here. This means swing. Swing in the tree. They took rest sitting under the tree with their kids. The boy, who is now an adult, and cut the tree to build a house. The boy became old man, right? When he grew old, he felt very sorry for cutting the tree and sat on it. Okay. Next, picture grammar. Already we have seen. Let me read only, okay? A sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark. A sentence can do 4 things. Here, see 4 pictures are given for us. We have to, what statement is this? We have to find the what statement is this. Yes. When a sentence is a statement, it gives a fact or an opinion and we end it with the full stop. Ducks swim in water. When a sentence asks a question, we end it with the question mark. What do you want? The man asked the boy, what do you want? Sir, this is the statement. This is the question mark, right? When a sentence makes a request or gives an instruction or a command, we end it with the full stop. Here, take this road. This is the instruction. Okay. Then, when a sentence expresses surprise, wonder or some strong emotion, we end it with an exclamation mark. How good these flowers smell. Here we have an exclamation mark. Then use grammar. Tick the right option to fill in the blanks. What a beautiful flower. Can you play football? Where did you go yesterday? Then let us go for a walk. Let us go for a walk. I like to play hide and seek. I like to play hide and seek. Then this is also the statement or question mark or exclamation. You have to read it well, right? Then today we are starting the lesson here. Yes, read these sentences from the story carefully. Here, see students, here they give 10 sentences are there. It is from these story, okay. Do they give commands or request or make statements? Here they give commands or request or make statements also they will give in a sentence. Write C for command. Here if the sentence is commanded sentence, so we have to write a C. Then R for request, and S for statement. If the sentences are request sentence, so we have to write R. If the sentences are statement, we have to write the S near the sentence, okay. First, let me read. You have to listen, right? The tendril moved towards grandfather. The tendril moved towards grandfather. It is what? All of you know that. A tendril moved towards grandfather. Yes, this is the statement. This is the statement. The tendril moved towards grandfather. A statement. This is the statement sentence. So we have to write S. Yes. I want a roof over my head. I want a roof over my head. This is also the statement. This is also the statement. So we have to write here yes. Please do not cut trees. Here see. Please as given. So it is the request. So request we have to write R. So please do not cut trees. R. We spend the whole day planting saplings. We spend the whole day planting saplings. This is the statement. So we have to write here as S. Will you please remove the trees growing on the wall? Here please is there. So it is also the request sentence. Then there was a forest on the island. There was a forest on the island. It is also the statement. So we have to write as. Go to the riverbed. Go to the riverbed. Here go. This is the order word like command. So it's the command word. So we have to write C right here. Command word. So we have to write C. Go to the riverbed. We have to write the C. The island was a green paradise. The island was the green paradise. This is also the statement. So we have to write S. Grow more trees to protect nature. Grow more trees to protect nature. This is also the command sentence. Grow more trees to protect nature. So we have to write here as C. Grandfather's dream had come true. This is also the statement. So we have to write a S. Yes. The tendril moved towards grandfather. Statement. I want a roof over my head. Statement. Please do not cut trees. This is the request sentence. We spend the whole day planting saplings. This is also the statement. Will you please remove the trees growing on the wall? This is also the request. There was a forest on the island. This is the statement. Go to the riverbed. This is the command sentence. The island was a green paradise. This is the statement. Grow more trees to protect nature. This is the command or opinion. Command. Grandfather's dream had come true. This is the statement. Let's move on to other writing. Children, students, you have to see the pictures and you have to know about this picture's meaning, and then you have to write a paragraph about this picture. So it is your own. Look at the picture and write a paragraph using the clues in the picture. Here they'll give so many clues to make a paragraph. So we have to use these clues and write. We want to write paragraph. First, what is the title? Grow and protect trees. Grow and protect trees. Let me read the clues, right? Home to different birds and insects. Home to different birds and insects. Give us medicine. Give us medicine. Give fruits. Prevent soil erosion and landslides. Prevent soil erosion and landslides. Provide shade. Provide shade. Bring rain. Bring rain. Take in carbon dioxide. Take in carbon dioxide and given out oxygen. Given out oxygen. And finally, keep the temperature low. Keep the temperature low. Now you have an idea about this, right? So don't worry. I'll make a paragraph. You have to write it in your note. Okay. Let me read. You have to write in your note. Put the title. Grow and protect trees. Grow and protect trees. The trees are most essential. The trees are most essential for all. The trees are most essential for all. They are the home to different birds and insects. Here's I use the clue. They are the home to different birds. Home to different birds and insects. They give us medicine. They give us medicine. Give tasty fruits. Give tasty fruits and provide shade for us. Provide shade for us. Here I used 4 clues. First 4 lines, right? Then the trees are prevent soil erosion and landslides. It is very useful to make a sentence, students. So you have to try, okay? The trees are prevent soil erosion and landslides. The wonderful trees bring rain and keep the temperature low. And most important is they are take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. I used all the clues to this paragraph. Yes. Let me read it again. You have to write it in your notes, students. Don't forget it, okay? Grow and protect trees. Grow and protect trees. Grow and protect trees. The trees are most essential. The trees are most essential for all. They are, here they refers to the tree, okay? They refers to the tree. They are the home to different birds and insects. They are the home to different birds and insects. They give us medicine, give tasty fruits and provide shade for us. The trees are prevent soil erosion. The trees are prevent soil erosion and landslides. The wonderful trees bring rain and keep the temperature low. And most important is they all take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Give out oxygen. Yes, you have to understood this paragraph and you have to write it in your note. Okay. Then this is your work. I don't interfere it. Okay. Look at the picture and write a story. You have to see the picture. Okay. What would you understand from this picture? You have to take your note and simple English. Use simple English. You have to write. Okay. Here see, so many trees are cut. Yes. So many trees are we lost. Okay. Then if don't have trees, that time we have to like that. We have to take oxygen from the tube. Use oxygen dress for that. Okay. In future, if don't have a tree, we are also the same like that. We have to dress up like oxygen tube, oxygen mask, oxygen dress, etc. Right? So you have to plant so many trees and grow up. It is used for our future and present also. So students, you have to plant each one of you each plants, right? You have to write it at least or 5 sentence, at least 5 sentence. Okay, you have to write it in your note and take picture and send me through the WhatsApp. Okay, you have to write it down. This is your homework. This is your homework. You have to send it through the WhatsApp. Definitely I'll correction and find the mistakes. You will be better next time. Okay, you have to write. This is the important creative writing is. Okay, whatever you have a creative thinking, you have to use it in this paragraph. Okay, what do you understand from this picture? That is the matter. Then let me read the poem. Yes, trees. Here see trees. Students, you have to, this poem is the memory poem. This poem is the memory poem. You have to memorize this poem. You have to memorize this poem. As look at the picture. If you see the picture, what would you understand? What tree is this? It is the banyan tree, right? It is the banyan tree. Which place is this? Can you see this? Okay, let me read. Have you seen the Adayar banyan tree? This is the banyan tree. This is place of Adayar. This is place of Adayar. Would you like to visit that place? Why? Here, see, so many banyan trees are there. So it is the place from the Adayar. Now this poem about also the banyan tree. Now this poem about the banyan tree. Yes. Let me read the poem lines. The banyan is the largest of trees. The banyan is the largest of trees. The people quivers in the breeze. The people quivers in the breeze. Here see, quivers means shakes quickly. Shakes quickly. The coconut grows up straight and tall. The neem tree's fruits are very small. The tamarind gives us pleasant shade. Here see, pleasant means enjoyable. Pleasant means enjoyable. The date's leaf is as sharp as a blade. The date's leaf is as sharp as a blade. The teak tree gives use as useful wood. The mango gives us fruit that is good. Adapted and based on a poem by Sarah Coleridge. Students, see, let me explain. This poem is adapted from a poem written by Sarah Coleridge. Yes, Sarah. They give poet, no. Here, let me say about the poet, okay. Sarah was an English author and translator. The poet was an English author and translator, right? She had written the poem Trees about oak, aspen, peach, willow trees, etc. The same has been adapted for Indian trees. Here see, students, what are the trees names are given in this poem? Banyan, people, coconut, neem, tamarind, dates, then teak, then mango. They give so many trees. There are, see, banyan is the largest of trees. Then the people quivers in the breeze. The coconut grows up straight and tall. The neem tree's fruits are very small. The tamarind gives us pleasant shade. The date's leaf is as sharp as a blade. The teak tree gives us useful wood. The mango gives us fruit that is good. Yes. Let me explain this poem. The poet says the banyan tree is the largest of all trees. The poet says here the banyan tree is the largest of all trees. The banyan tree is a huge tree with aerial roots. Here see, aerial roots. So many roots is there, right? Roots are found hanging in the air. These roots are found hanging in the air, right? It has a thick trunk and glossy leaves. It has a thick trunk and glossy leaves. See these leaves, right? It's so thick. It provides food for birds and shelter for birds, animals and humans also, right? This banyan tree provides food for birds, and shelter for birds, animals and humans also. The pupil quivers in the breeze. The pupil quivers in the breeze. The pupil tree is also known as sacred fig tree. Or the mulberry tree. The pupil quivers in the breeze. The pupil tree is also known as the sacred fig tree or the mulberry tree. It has a beautiful heart-shaped leaf. It has a children, do you all see the pupil tree? That leaves are like heart shape. It is so attractive, right? It has a beautiful heart-shaped leaf. It trembles and shakes rapidly, even in a gentle wind, which looks attractive. It has lot of medicinal values and cures many health problems. The pupil tree leaves cure many health problems. It has a lot of medicinal values and cures many health problems. Then the coconut grows. The coconut grows up straight and tall. The coconut grows up straight and tall. Here the poet says about the coconut tree. The coconut tree, unlike the banyan, the trees grow tall and straight. The coconuts have water inside which has lot of medicinal properties. Oil is extracted from coconuts which have excellent nutritive value, right? You have a coconut oil in your home, right? It is used for cooking and cosmetic purposes. Other uses include using the shells and husks for craft works, right? See, the coconut tree, unlike the banyan, the tree grows tall and straight, right? The coconuts have water inside, which has a lot of medicinal properties. Oil is extracted from coconuts, which have excellent nutritive value. It is used for cooking and cosmetic purposes, right? Other uses including using the shells and husks for craft work. Then the neem tree's fruits are very small. The neem tree fruits are very small. Here the poet says about the neem tree. Let me explain. The neem tree is another Indian tree that has a lot of medicinal value. Already you know that, right? The fruits and seeds are tiny but are a rich source of neem oil, right? The fruits and seeds are tiny but are a rich sources of neem oil. Next, the tamarind gives us pleasant shade. The tamarind gives us pleasant shade. The tamarind tree is a huge tree that produces tamarind and an edible fruit with a sour and sweet taste. An edible fruit with a sour and sweet taste. It is one of the primary ingredients in Indian cooking. It is one of the primary ingredient in Indian cooking, and the tamarind is found within a shell. And the tamarind is found within a shell. Then it gives a cool, enjoyable shade during hot summers. The neem tree gives a cool, enjoyable shade during hot summers. Yes, right. Then the tamarind gives us pleasant shade, right? The tamarind tree gives a cool, enjoyable and shade during the hot summers. Then the dates leaf is as sharp as a blade. Here the poet says about the date tree. The date palms are tall trees similar to coconut trees. The date palm are tall trees similar to coconut trees. They don't provide shade like peepal, banyan or neem trees, but the date fruits are tasty, healthy and full of nutrients, right? The dates fruits are tasty, healthy and full of nutrients. The leaves are long and sharp. The leaves are long and sharp. The poet says the leaves are sharp as blade. The leaves are sharp as blade. So, you can think the leaves are how much sharp is there. Meaning that it can even cut through other objects. Meaning that it can even cut through other objects also. But it is used for poetical imagination and rhyming only. But it is used for poetical imagination and rhyming only. Then the teak tree gives us useful food. The teak tree gives us useful wood. Here the poet says the teak tree gives us wood that is used for making furniture, right? Wood used for making furnitures, right? The wood from the teak tree is very strong and remains useful for hundreds of years. The teak wood is useful for hundreds of years. The teak tree gives us wood that is used for making furniture, and the wood from the teak tree is very strong and remains useful for hundreds of years. Yes. Then the mango gives us fruit that is good. The poet says about the mango tree. Lastly, the poet writes about the mango tree which gives us tasty mangoes. Mango is sweet. Mango is a sweet, juicy fruit loved by one and all. It is grown during summers. Summers. Mango trees with some juicy mangoes, right? Do you all like mangoes? Yes. Then we have to see the glossary. Students, are you all understood the meaning of this poem? As cures shakes quickly. Pleasant, enjoyable. Adapted and based on a poem by Sarah Coleridge. As children, next we will continue in the next class. Okay children, keep safe at your home. And one important thing is, those who are not paid your fees, you have to kindly pay the fees and take your books and notes. Okay. Keep safe at your home students. Thank you. Have a truthful day.